find myself smoking with the Rasta. Tell them other niggas they impossible.
What's up, y'all? My name is Flora Okami. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My channel is literally called Keeping It Real with Okami for a reason. I'm here to give you guys some advice for the day. Maybe you don't need advice, but look, it's never wrong and never too late. And there's nothing wrong with taking like a couple of words of wisdom. So come on, take a seat and come listen to this shit because it's about to get deep. You're thinking about blocking that toxic ass fucking person, block them. And I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of the times we deal with people and we keep them in our lives like, you know, like hoarders. You know what a hoarder is? A hoarder is a person who keeps shit that they don't need. Are you dealing right now with a narcissist in your life? Are you dealing with somebody in your life who you know is toxic, who you know ain't good for you, but you just got him there or her there? Is it because you're like, I don't want to get rid of this person. I've been knowing them for too long. I have history with this person. Like, this person's been good to me, or we have good memories with each other. That's fine. You can have a lot of good memories and good stuff with people or objects that are trash. Eventually, you got to throw it away. Take this water, for example. It's awesome, it's really good, water's good for you, and it's delicious, the water that's inside this bottle, right? But once the water is gone, so is the bottle. You know what it means that the water is out of the bottle? The bottle no longer now serves its purpose. At one point in time, the bottle full of water served its purpose to replenish you, to refresh you, to give you water, to be good for your spirit, for your mind, body, and soul, to purify you at one point in time. But once the water was gone completely out the water, the bottle now no longer serves its purpose. You see what I mean? You kind of get my analogy here? So it's time to throw the water bottle away. There's no good in keeping a bunch of water bottles in your freaking room or in your house, because now your house is gonna become cluttered and you gotta throw the water bottles away. But the good thing about the bottles is that at some point, you can literally just recycle it, okay? You can take it in and exchange it and get some money. You can pretty much just start over again, right? Okay, maybe that analogy was a little bit off because it's water or water bottle. Let's get into something deeper, okay? Let's get into relationship. How about that one friend that you know isn't good for you and it's time to cut him or her off? How about that one toxic ass relationship that you're probably in that you know is no good for you, but you're only holding on because of freaking memories? How about that one parent that you love to death, but you just can't stand to be around because this parent seems to have been the same way since you were a child, and now that you've grown, you've realized, this is not good. This is bad. This is really bad. Like, I can't have you around my kids. I can't have you around me. I don't want to invite you nowhere. I don't want to come anywhere that you've invited me. Let's get into something deep like that. Now, what about when it's time to remove those type of situations? What are we supposed to do? What can we do? And how do we do it? Luckily, you came to the right channel. I'm here to tell you. One of the first things and the first steps to decluttering your life out of bad energy and toxic energy is to simply analyze. Literally, it's easier than you think. You sit there, okay, let's say you're not into journalism. Let's say you don't like to journal anything, fine. Let's say you're a deep thinker. Take a second and think, really make like a mental list in your mind and count all the pros and the cons, right? And I know God talks about forgiving and stuff, but the Bible also says to not be a fool. The Bible also says for us to not be carpets, to not be doormats, right? So think about it for a second, analyze, and really think, it seems like this person always insults me and then just says, it's just a joke, or I'm just joking, get over it. This person seems to say a lot of stuff to me, but disguising it as, oh, I'm just playing with you. Why are you so sensitive? Right there, when somebody tells you something like that, that's like the first red flag, the first sign of narcissism. When somebody tells you things like that. Somebody tells you, why are you mad? I was only joking. That is the biggest red flag, because they're literally telling you that you don't have a right to be angry because it was just a joke. Or my least favorite, when people hurt you and tell you to get over it because it was a long time ago and that it already happened. Let me tell you something. When you hurt somebody, you don't have the right to sit there and tell somebody what they can and cannot do with their pain, especially if you were the start and the cause of that shit. Especially if you were the person that was too coward to sit there and apologize and acknowledge your wrongdoing. Especially if you were the person that caused this infinite pain or this internal scar, mental scar that this person it's taking them a long time to deal with. You don't have a right ever in your life to tell somebody how they can and cannot heal. You don't get to say, okay, sure, I slapped you in your face. You don't have a right to be mad at me. Okay, that was in the past. Okay, sure, I ran you over with my car. You're still mad about it? That's like that's an example, but that's a narcissist. That's something a narcissist would do. They will run you over and be like, okay, sure, I ran you over with the car. You still mad? Sure, I slept with your man. You're still mad? Sure, I slept with your girlfriend. You're still mad? Sure, I stole from you. You're still mad? Those are signs of a complete narcissist. And if you're around something or somebody like this, you need to run for the hills, baby. You need to run far away because you are in for the headache and the stressor of your life. If you are around somebody like that, whether it be a friend or a parent, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever the fuck the case is, if you're around somebody like that, it's about to get 10 times worse. You're about to have non-ending days of constantly having to explain yourself, constantly having to explain what the person did and why it hurt you, constant self-explanation and constant having to remind this person and tell this person, hey, I'm upset because you did this and that and this and that and this and that. And you're literally going to just keep running into a wall. You're just about to keep running into a wall when it comes to people like that, because for the life of them, they will never understand why you are so upset. They don't care if they smack you in the face with a hammer. In their eyes, they feel like you should be over it already. It don't matter if they chopped off your finger. In their mind, you shouldn't be mad that your finger is chopped off because it already happened. You don't need to deal with people like that. These people are delusional, they're crazy, they're self-centered, and they're egotistical, and they will never understand and accept their wrongdoing. And when it comes to people like that, as much as we love them, we have to let them go. Have to let them go. It's like when you hit your foot on something or you hit your nail on something, and it now, it takes about 6, maybe 9 months for like a black nail when you smash it for a bruised finger or a bruised nail, whatever. It literally takes about 9 to 10 months for a new nail to grow over and start again. What's that called? It's called a process. It's called a process because, look, it's not going to be easy to get these people out your life. It's not going to be easy to get this situation out your life. It's all a process. But you know what's going to happen once that nail is gone? A new one is going to be there in place. And it's going to replace the old with the new. That nail that's just been sitting there rotting, because literally it's like rotting blood underneath the nail, which is why your nail is all messed up, whether it be your toe, your nail, whatever. You ever slammed your finger in the door and now your finger's been black for months? That's what I mean. That's what it's like dealing with a narcissist. That's what it's like going through the healing process. Sure, it's a painful, nasty, it's a nasty, ghastly, dreadful situation. And very painful to say the least. But in the end, your fingernail bed is restored, and so are you. You feel me? Like, in the end, everything goes back to normal. The nail grows back, the pain is gone. Now all you have of the memory is of you stubbing your foot and stubbing your toe. And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna become wiser. You're gonna be more careful when you're not gonna rush so much, out the door, because you're going to be more careful when you close the door. You're going to be more careful when you're cutting something. You're going to be more careful when you got your finger, a nail on the wall and you're hammering it. You're going to be more wiser. You're going to learn from it. It's like Rafiki, when he hits Simba in the head with a stick and Simba says, ouch, that hurt. Right? And then Rafiki was like, sure, the past hurts, things hurt. Right? But the way I see it, you can either learn from it or run from it. He was going to hit Simba again, and this time Simba ducked. You know why? Because he learned from it. And that's what we have to do. Even me watching this video, this is my self-motivation to me. I too have had to remove and cut people off that are no good for me, that I loved dearly. And honestly, it didn't even hurt letting them go. Because you know what I did before I blocked these people or blocked the person that caused me the pain? I realized, how many times am I going to give this person a knife to stab me? How many times am I going to let this snake keep biting me? You keep giving a snake an opportunity to bite you, it's going to bite you every time. It's a snake. It's a snake. A snake is going to do what it got to do. There was a story of this woman who literally, her snake, I guess, was in a ball or something like that, and she was concerned. I think she took it to the doctor. And you know what the doctors told her? The snake had been getting ready to eat her all week. It had been getting ready to eat her all week. And she didn't think nothing of it because she said, well, this is my pet snake. I love it. But baby, a snake is going to be a snake, baby. A snake is, all they do is shed their skin. They still the same underneath that skin. They ain't shedding nothing but the skin. So I hope you took this advice. I'm going to take this advice too whenever I feel like, dang, I feel lonely. Let me reach out to that sibling, or let me reach out to that person that I know is no good for me. I'm going to take that breath. I'm going to take that thought, and I'm going to do that analogy and say, wow, if I accept this person back, they're just going to hurt me again. And I just took all this time to heal. Do I really want to go through that again? Do you really want to go through that again? Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed my video.
Yo, what the fuck is it going to take to get rid of this bitch? You can't get rid of me, bitch. I'm not going nowhere.
Lucky cheese.
Oh, you're going crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my god.